TV is on your side tonight, 10 years after a mass shooting took the lives of 9 church members, all because of the color of their skin. Happened, of course, at Mother Emanuel Church in Charleston after a Wednesday night Bible study. The shooter was a white supremacist who targeted Mother Emanuel because it was a well-known historic black church.
Obviously, let me say this is the worst night of my career. This is clearly a tragedy in the city of Charleston, and we are all praying, and our hearts go out to the victims and their families, as well as this entire community.
It's the victims and their families that we focus on tonight. June 17, 2015 will never be forgotten as families have to relive that day each year. WBTV's Dedrick Russell caught up with those family members, getting their perspective 10 years later on how things are now when it comes to race relations and moving forward. It's tonight's cover story.
The 10 years have brought me to a place where I have reconciled all of that anger and rage, let go of the bitterness.
That's Sharon Risher. Her mother was Ethel Lee Lance. She was one of the Emanuel 9. Lance served on the usher board and was the church's part-time sexton.
Everything was going to be decent and in order.
Risher is a minister and a chaplain. She says she had to rely on her faith to cope with the pain of losing her mother tragically a decade ago.
The only way I'm going to get through this is from God's help. So it was conflicting emotions. One minute I'm mad and angry at God, and next minute I'm crying out, God, why? And that's the thing I've learned about faith in God. Sometimes there is no answers. There is no why. But if you have faith, you know whatever it is, it's gonna be for your good one way or another.
And while this chaplain is using her faith to move forward, Grayson Doctor is concerned about what moving forward looks like. Her mother was Reverend DePayne Middleton Doctor, also part of the Emanuel 9.
She just went to the ends of the earth for us.
The daughter remembers 5 years after her mother's murder, another murder happened, George Floyd's. After that death, she says it appears the nation was embracing diversity, equity, and inclusion.
It was almost like we were starting to kind of see the light a little bit, but we've gone back on that. We've gone back on all of the progress we made in that little bit of time, and it feels like we're moving backwards. It worries me. It really worries me for the future. It worries me that this could happen again, because it doesn't seem like we're learning from the lessons of the past.
Racism, discrimination, and hatred has always been American Achilles' heels. And unless we create an environment of healthy tension, where we ask difficult questions and make people uncomfortable about race, then we will continue to have these problems.
That's Charlotte City Councilman Malcolm Graham. His sister, Cynthia Graham Hurd, was also part of the Emanuel 9.
Well, I miss my sister.
Graham is using his pain to tackle systems that produced the thoughts and beliefs of the killer. It's all spelled out in Graham's book, The Way Forward.
And so I want to work through the book to focus on systems that prevent people of color from moving forward, whether it's the education system, the criminal justice system, the healthcare system, the political system.
He knows that's a heavy lift. That's why he thinks it will take everyone to participate.
I'm convinced that there's more good people in this country than bad. I'm convinced that there's more forward-thinking people than people who want to go back to the 40s and the 50s.
10 years later, these family members know they must keep the faith and at the same time put in the work that produces change when it comes to race relations, laws, and love of humanity.
That we live up to our values that all men are created equal. Right? That's what we said this country was all about.
10 years, these are the issues that keep me going, keep me out there advocating.
In Charlotte, Dedrick Russell, WBTV, on your side tonight.
Dedrick, thank you. We're going to hear more from the families of those victims coming up in our next half hour. We'll also be digging into church security changes, the power of forgiveness, and the work that still needs to be done in South Carolina. Our special Charleston church shooting 10 years later airs tonight at 7:30.